Good morning, Cameron.
Good morning. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Where are you?
hmm Oh, I work at CADCOM.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Glad to have you here.
Oh, thank you.
Will David be?
Yeah, he's I can give him a call. He has this on the schedule. He'll be attending.
Okay.
Good morning,
Good morning, Mary. How are you?
Miss Missy. I'm good. I'm good. Hey, Sister Pam.
Good
How are
morning,
you,
Pam.
Miss Missy?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. Miss Corbin, I won't be on the whole time. I have my class today at 11:30, so
No problem.
hopefully you record it.
Yes, it's recorded.
How are you, Miss Missy?
I'm pretty good, thank you.
Amen. You're welcome.
How you doing, Mary?
I'm good, Sister Pam. How are you?
All is well. No, it's not,
Amen.
will be.
Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, Mr. Murray is going to be on shortly. He was just jumping off another meeting. I had sent him over the link, and he'll be joining us shortly.
Okay, no problem. We're waiting for the other participants to join as well.
Okay.
Good morning, Shanisha.
Good morning.
So, Cameron, what is your role there?
Yeah, so I'm the program architect. Mr. Murray or David Murray is the administrator, so he just makes sure like everything is going well. However, I'm like basically the teacher. So I put people in the programs, I give them the program guides, I break it down to them so they can understand, and I keep up with their progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to meet you.
Oh, thank you. Likewise.
Good morning.
Good morning, Dante. How are you?
I'm doing good in yourself.
All right, I'm hanging in there.
That's good.
Welcome, Maureen Pierce. Where are you from?
Philadelphia.
Okay, well, welcome to our workshop.
Thank you.
Maureen, we're just waiting for a few participants to roll in. Some people are at work, some people might be struggling with technology, so we always give a few minutes so that you all can hear the beginning of the workshop.
Okay.
Who invited you, or did you see a post?
I saw a post on Facebook.
Okay, well, I'm glad you're here. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad I'm here also.
Is Lodo new
Cameron,
too, Miss Missy? Sorry.
yes, that's okay.
Yes,
Go ahead. Cameron, you can just let him know that I set it up that he can share. I gave him permission to share, so whenever he's ready to share, he can do so.
Mr. Murray?
Yes.
I don't think he's in yet.
No, I mean when he, you know,
Oh, okay. I don't,
yeah.
yeah, okay, okay, I got
I
you.
don't. I think he has a PowerPoint, but if he doesn't, that's fine. But he has permission to share if he chooses to.
Okay, thank you. I'll let him know.
All right, Mary, what were you saying?
Oh, I was saying, is Lodo new too? Is that person new as well?
No, she's been part of the group.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I saw the name and I know I'm new, Miss Missy, but I was like, is that person new?
No,
Sorry.
she comes. You just haven't seen her often.
Okay. Hey, girl. Thank you, Miss Missy.
You're welcome.
Ms. Corbin, you want me to pray?
Yes, please.
Good morning, everyone. We thank you, Father, for another day you gave us with new mercies and new grace. We thank you, Father, for Ms. Corbin and others, teachers that are giving us information. You said your people perish for a lack of knowledge. We thank you for this knowledge that we're getting today, whether it's for us or we can share it with someone else that can benefit from us. Father, open our minds for understanding to receive this information that we're getting today, and let us be grateful. We thank you, Father, that you gave us another day, and we will rejoice and be glad in it. We cover everyone on this line who may be traveling or however they're getting onto the Zoom, Father God. We thank you for healing from everybody, from the crown of their head to the soles of their feet. And we give you glory, honor, and praise this day. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you.
Amen.
So we're waiting for our guest speaker, but I do want to say this. I all of the information, like Pam was saying, may not be for you, but it is incumbent upon us to share that with someone in our circle that may can use the information and be more, to be more successful in whatever they're trying to do. So, in all of our workshops, if there's something in it that's not for you, don't dismiss it. Share it with someone else. It may be very helpful. It may be what they've been waiting on. So that's all I wanted to say. Make sure that you're sharing the information that you're learning, even if it's not something that you can use yourself. Right. I'll use this time to throw some FYIs out. Is there anyone that has their American Heritage set up that hasn't had their direct deposit going over there yet? Where's Mary?
Me, Miss Missy. Yep, I haven't set up direct deposit with them.
Okay, so you have your account, but you haven't set up direct deposit. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I encouraged you to be more aggressive on that part. American Heritage, what is that called? The first loan for the season starts, the application process starts May 1st, and you probably have until the end of May, as your deadline. So be aggressive with that. And if anyone else, um, is in that situation, please be mindful that you don't have much time.
Yes,
L.
ma'am.
Lee, who is that? Are you new to the group?
Good morning, all. Sorry that I'm late. It's David Murray.
Hi, David Berry.
Hey,
Um, just
David.
I just want to acknowledge one person real quick.
Okay.
Someone has the name Lee. Can you come off mute for a brief moment? Okay. L. Lee.
Hi, Miss Missy. This is LaShawn. I was just logging in to tell you that I can't be here today. It's my son's birthday,
Okay.
and we're about to leave.
Okay. I'll send you the recording. Just
All right.
and if you don't get it in a timely manner, just shoot me a text.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Happy birthday, mister.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right.
Bye bye.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being so generous with your time. Um, I'm going to turn this over very quickly to Mr. Murray. Mr. Murray, you do have permission to share if you have something that you want to share on your screen. And I'm going to go on mute and let you take over from here.
All right. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is David Murray. I'm the Career Development Director at CADCOM. CADCOM is Montgomery County Community Action Development Commission. And my purpose at that agency, a nonprofit that's been in the Norristown community for over 60 years. We just celebrated our 60th anniversary. It's just amazing how much works in services that we provided for Norristown and its surrounding communities. So we're very, very proud about that. So my purpose at CADCOM is helping folks find employment. Um, so we have all types of programs. We have CDL programs. We have CNA programs, LPN. We help folks, with their resumes. We do mock interviews. We do job searches. So this new program that we just launched in November is called CADCOM Virtual Training Program, and it does the trades. So anytime you need HVAC service, plumbing service, electrical service, we covered all of that in this program. This virtual training program is all online, and excuse me, give me one second. Yeah, it's all online, and it's $2,500 if you're not eligible. See, through nonprofits, we go through federal poverty guidelines eligibility. So if you're eligible, you fall under the guidelines, the class is absolutely free to you. We sponsor you. But if you don't and you make, you know, you over the guidelines, then we charge you $2,500. I'm gonna let my assistant talk about the OSHA certifications and what the class entails. Cameron?
Yeah. Hello, my name is Cameron Brown. I am the program I'm the program architect or the career development assistant. Essentially, we provide OSHA 10, EPA 608, and then NATE. And then we also give apprenticeship certifications as well. So when you complete a module, you'll get like a, hey, you just completed a module, and then you'll get all the title and the information about that. Also, we're doing 3 to 4 months um for a deadline. So it normally takes people 3 to 4 months to complete it. However, some students um can't do that and they need extra time. And in that case, we have extensions. We have two extensions with which equivalates to 6 months if they need it. And then we also, if you so happen to be going through something and say you have a baby and you can't jump on right now, we can put you on pause and then you can return whenever you're ready to return. So we basically serve, and then also another thing is that you have 24 access to me. You can email me anytime. You can email me at night, and I will respond back with any questions. Typically, I'll already be up because I do my college homework at night. So they have 24/7 service to me for any questions if they ever need help with anything. And that pretty much wraps it up with that.
So we look at this program, ladies and gentlemen, as an alternative to college. A lot of folks don't want to go to school. A lot of folks can't afford it to go to school. A lot of young people um, coming out of high school is enrolling in this program because, like Cameron alluded to, it's a 4 month course, but we extended 2 months in case, life happens, right? You can't get you can't get on, you can't do something. So we don't automatically delete you from the program. We put you on a hiatus, so to speak. So there's no pressure finishing these trades. We have a participant who's in the electrical trades, and he started out, and again, we launched it in November, right? And here it is, March. He started out with gangbusters, like out the door, like he had 780 points. He had a baby and things change, right? So, he's, he gets online, to take the classes less than he did before he had the child, right? So he's working on 4 months. And he just called me and said, Mr. Murray, can I extend it? Absolutely. We let you finish at your leisure. Absolutely. We want you to participate and be active, right? In the course. But again, not to sound redundant, but life happens, right? So we extend it. And if you're paying for it, you're going to finish it, right? So, the course is a fun course. You put on the VR glasses, Cameron will give you a session, a simulation. Um, you know, you got an HVAC system in the VR glasses. You go out to the HVAC system and it walks you through the whole simulation. Take the screwdriver out your belt, put the screwdriver in. It is so interactive and it's so much fun. I've done it. We gave demonstrations to CADCOM employees. The seats are filling up. People are coming in and wanting this alternative to school. We had a student also who went to a trade school, spent thousands of dollars, 3.5 years, 4 years, and actually said to Cameron and I, he didn't feel like he got the attention that we're giving him now, and he's embarking on the electrical trades. So he said, Dad, Mr. Murray, I wish I would have known this before I spent all that money. And he actually had to take out a loan to go to the trade school. So we're not saying don't go to college. We're not saying don't go to trade schools. We're saying this is an alternative to that. It's, and then the certifications that you're going to receive for $2,500, we just think it's a bargain. And then, as you guys know, you have an issue with a appliance in your house, and you call your plumber, and the plumber is saying, I need $185 before I even come out and see what's the problem. So it is a shortfall, is a shortage of trades. Electrical, plumbing, HVAC, it's a shortage of that. And what I'm doing now on the back end, I'm partnered up with companies, with plumbing companies, HVAC companies. So soon as you finish and get your certification, I'm introducing you to these companies. So I'm not guaranteeing employment, but I'm guaranteeing when you finish this course, when you finish this program, you'll have all the necessary skills to be employed and gainfully employed. That's the most important thing. Not $15 an hour, not $10 an hour, not $25 an hour. You're going to get gainfully employed. And I think the most important thing with this program, ladies and gentlemen, is that when you get hired, the employer usually want you to have a OSHA 10. So he doesn't have to pay for you to go to school to get your OSHA 10. You're already coming to his organization or to his company with all the necessary certifications. So we are super excited about speaking to you guys today, this morning about this program. Cameron, would you like to add anything?
No, you pretty much covered it all. We're ready for questions.
Any questions for us, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, my name is Dante. How you doing? Good morning, everybody.
Doing well,
Hello.
Dante.
I had a question about the CDL program. How does that
Okay.
work if y'all offer
So
that?
yeah. So it's a nonprofit, right? And nonprofits, ladies and gentlemen, go by income guidelines. So it's the federal poverty guidelines. So if you fit within that guideline, we'll sponsor you. Now I deal with a company called Smith and Solomon in Norristown, right? And I've sent 198 people during my tenure as the career development director, and 190 people graduated and went on and get their CDLs and went on and get employment. So you come to me, I do an intake, and what that intake consists of is employment. Are you employed? Are you single? Are you married? Do you have any children? So all these questions is to see if you qualify for what we call a sponsorship. The sponsorship is $4,500 to attend Smith and Solomon CDL program. Now, if you have money to pay for it, then you can pay for it. But if you don't have the money to attend the school, that's where CADCOM and David Murray comes in to help you with that scholarship to pay for that. Absolutely, we cover the entire tuition. You don't have to pay for anything. All we ask you to do is go to school, go to the classes, be on time, and get your CDLs. And like I just alluded to, I have an unbelievable graduation rate at Smith and Solomon. So you come in, you do an intake with me. We see if you're income eligible. If you're income eligible, and the most important thing is if we have funding. You guys know the environment with this what's happening in DC and Washington. They cutting back on a lot of programs. So we have funding available and you fit the criteria, absolutely we'll sponsor you. Dante.
Okay, thank you.
Did that answer your question?
Yeah, it did.
Okay, cool.
All right, thank
All
you.
right, good morning. I have a question. My son is interested in doing HVAC, but
Yes.
but the virtual, like
Yeah,
how
you
would
have to
that?
have you have to have a laptop or a tablet. We absolutely don't want you to do it on your phone.
Yeah,
No,
no.
no, that's not the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
That's
sorry.
right. But the hands-on, most of these things you need hands-on training, like plumbing, electrical, and HVAC. You need to touch the equipment that you're doing. Is the virtual really that?
Yes, ma'am. So when your son goes through the classes, to your point, that's not hands-on. So what we would like him to do is come and visit us, and we'll put a VR headset on him. And the VR headset are walking through like it's hands-on. It'll be a HVAC in the backyard. He will have to go to the backyard and he'll have a tool belt on. And the simulation is like we call it, a simulation. It feels so real. And I already walked through that with an HVAC company, and they said, David, this cuts out a lot of time. Like him being on the truck with the HVAC supervisor. He's going to still get that experience, but he's going to know how to go into the building, set the temperature, come back out of the building, go into the HVAC system, all through the simulation.
Okay.
Cameron, you want to add something to that?
You pretty much covered it, but yeah, so we have two types of training. We have, and they complement each other as well, and you pick up where you leave off. We have virtual reality training simulations, and then we also have computer-based training simulations, and the difference is like playing a video game and being in a video game. Um, and the manufacturers basically what they did was they took people who are already in the trades and people who were good with technology and they combined them together to make this product that we're now providing to everyone, right? And adding everybody into it. So yeah, it really does replicate that hands-on training you would get if you were on a work site. And yeah.
Okay. Next question. What is the federal guideline? What is the limit?
I don't have it in front of me, but I can kind of remember. So if you're a single person, and let me just say this, ladies and gentlemen, we're covering not just Montgomery County, wherever you live. This program is open to Philadelphia, Bucks County, New Jersey. We don't care, long as you come in and participate. So to answer the question, the federal poverty guidelines is what the state of Pennsylvania go through all nonprofits. So I'm just off the top of my head, if you're a single person and if we call it family of one, and
Right.
we go by the 200% percentage, right? So you only can make, I'm just thinking, $2,608 per month.
Okay. All right.
And
Thank you.
then it increases, like family two, I believe, is 3,000 and something, family of three, go
Okay.
on, go on, and go
Right,
on.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And all we ask you to do is bring your social security card, proof of income, um, and whoever you live with. If you're married, we're gonna need your husband's information, his social security card. So the family household.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
what are your hours for them to come in?
8:30 to 4:30 Monday through Friday. And you can call me. I'm gonna leave my email, my phone number. You can give me a call and we can make appointments. We can schedule it out. Yep.
Well, David, what I can do is anyone that has expresses an interest, I can create, copy them on the email and send you an introduction email, and then you two can figure out how you want to
Awesome.
connect.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Uh, Um, David, I do have a question. So what I'm hearing is anyone in the Delaware Valley can participate, but let me ask you, I have some people from Michigan and New York that expressed the interest. They would not be able to participate in your programs.
Right, because we still have to go under the Pennsylvania. And when I said Jersey, I misspoke. It's just in Pennsylvania. So we have to go by the federal, because we're a nonprofit, guys, we have to go by the federal poverty guidelines, right? If you're going to be sponsored. But if you're not going to be sponsored, the program is only in Pennsylvania because we're trying to fill up Pennsylvania and get your OSHA certificate through Pennsylvania.
Understood.
Yeah.
I was going to ask, but you just answered, Mr. Murray. And thank you both for being here. So I'm in Virginia. So I understood what you just said, but do you know of any like similar programs in other states like Virginia?
I personally don't, but I can get that information from you. You can take down my email once Ms. Corbin, provided, and then I can absolutely, talk to our company and see if we can, offer the same program through your state.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Hmm.
I have a question.
Yes, Miss Pierce.
Um, could you please go over the different trades again that you have?
You have them in front of you, Cameron?
I can pull it up. Hold on.
Yeah. Just off the top of our head, I got electrical, I have HVAC, I have plumbing, I have solar panels, and you guys know that's huge now, right? Everybody
Clean
trying to,
energy.
yeah. Go ahead, Cameron. You can continue.
Oh man. Hold on, it's loading.
Oh,
I
it's
have clean,
loaded. Oh, I thought you
yeah.
had it in front of you.
So I have clean energy. I got it. Multi-family maintenance. I have building maintenance. I have residential construction. I have appliance repair, clean energy, solar, plumbing, electrical, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. And then we also have something called career exploration, which basically, and then we also have a quiz, right? So someone who knows they want to be in the trades, but don't exactly know what they want to do, we would give them the quiz. Someone who has multiple interest in the trades, but doesn't know, but isn't confident on which one to commit to, we put them inside career exploration, and it basically gives them a taste test of each of the nine trades that we provide. And then usually after a day or two, I've had people come back to me and say, "Yeah, I know exactly what I want to do," and then I want to do, I know what I want to do next, and so that's just perfect.
Okay. I wanted to ask, was CNA one of them?
Yes, I do have a C, and again, I'm the career development director. So the virtual training is one program. I have a plethora of programs, LPN, CNA, um, CDL. So I have a lot of different training programs we do, um, have. So the CNA program works exactly, it's a 5-week course. It costs $2,500. I deal with a company called Dotland, a nursing academy of science in Norristown. And again, I have a unbelievable graduation rate. I send young women and young ladies and young men to the CNA program, and they graduate. It's a 5-week course. It's $2,500. If you can't afford it, that's the tuition. I'll sponsor you. Again, depending on the poverty guidelines you fall under, or you meet. And, the graduation rate is 98%. You know, the state administration gave me awards because of the graduation rate, right? And, a lot of folks, you know, is coming back home, returning citizens, right? And they come through my CAD/CAM doors and they say, Mr. Murray, I need this and this. I get them flagger jobs, I can get them forklift jobs, but the trades, they are now looking into the trades. They may have been incarcerated, right, ladies and gentlemen, and did not finish their plumbing trade, did not finish their HVAC trades while they were incarcerated. They coming home, they recognize, they was introduced to our program, and now they have their OSHA 10 certification and they're working. So, they already talk about their background. And these employers are saying, hey, you have this unbelievable skill set, and they're giving them opportunities. So we hanging our hat on that as well. Returning citizens coming back, they're coming back home, getting acclimated back to, or getting doors pushed in their face or closed in their face. And they look at the virtual training and we already had two that already graduated. So this program is filling up. The seats are filling up. We have people paying out of pocket because they're not income eligible. And, you know, I had somebody say to me, $2,500, that's it? And I was like, wait, I'm not charging enough, you know? So we want to make it affordable, right? We want to make we don't want to weed out people who can't afford it because somebody, who can afford it can go through it. We want to make it an even level, field. So we want to be able to. I went to Norristown High School, and they want to make it a curriculum. So we're like this virtual training is going to go places. And I talk to people. I'm in Philadelphia. I talk to the trades in Philadelphia, and they were like, "What about apprentice? And what about this? And what about OSHA 30? Let's get our foot in the door first. Once we get our foot in the door, you guys know entry level. Then the next 5 years, you're running the place, but you started at an entry level position. So my whole thing, I hang my hat on. Let's get into the door first, and then we can talk about OSHA 30, and then we can talk about different things, right? But you know, the trades are being forgotten because of AI, and what we're trying to do is bring it back and make it affordable and make it, and you can do it again. You can do it on your laptop. You sitting in
Yep.
the house right now, right? It's Saturday morning, and I camera monitors every activity through every person, right? And they'll see that Miss Corbin is doing she's putting in 10 hours a week or 15 hours a week. And we're monitored. And I'll call you up and say, hey, Miss Maureen, guess what? You haven't been on for a while. What's happening? Are you okay? So I have my updates. You know, I'm engaging. We're engaging. And it's fun, but you're getting a skill out of it. And I tell all the younger folks, you play you play all them games on your virtual glasses. Why can't you take that energy and that time and put it into something meaningful? And it's going to benefit you when I got a 19-year-old right now. He's almost finished. He got Cameron, what he got? 2,000 hours.
Yep.
He's
Yep.
19. And when I gave him, when I did the intake with him, and I said, John Doe, how many hours do you spend on the game? He said, oh, Mr. Dave, I spend half a day. Could you imagine if you took that energy and that time and you put it into something meaningful, it's something that's going to help you. And his mom gets on the phone to me and be like, I don't know how you did it, but thank you. So yeah, guys, we're super excited about it.
Okay, couple things. You have some questions, but I wanted you to go over something you and I discussed. Once you finish a trade, can you go back and do another trade?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. And then
Absolutely.
in the chat, you have a couple questions. The first one are what are the program requirements, age limits, location served. We went over that. What's required, a high school diploma, GED, or something else? And
Yes.
what are the program disqualifications?
Okay. Cameron and I are gonna break it up. I'm gonna handle the first thing. First of all, right? Everybody know you got to have a high school diploma or GED to work at all. So that's the education aspect of it. We just want a GED, right? You can be in high school. We dealing with Norristown High School. Them seniors, them juniors, they're not finished yet, right? They taking the trades. And Cameron going to speak on college credits. We're pretty excited about that. You can get college credits from our course as well. We failed to mention that. Um, Income eligibility, I spoke about that, right? The cost of the program is $2,500, right? If you can pay for it out of pocket, we'll send you a bill and you just pay, the invoice, right? So if you're not, if you are income eligible, the guidelines, one of the questions is what's the guidelines? The income guidelines, you have to be um, under the poverty guidelines in order to get the scholarship. So I don't know if that's answering the question directly, or that person may want to just email me and I can speak to him or her, and just break down the whole entire poverty guidelines. Um, What else? What was the other question, Missy?
Let's see. What are the program disqualifications?
Oh, we just want you to there's no such thing as a disqualification. If you're inactive, I'm gonna call you, I'm gonna email you, and I'm gonna say, hey, Miss Corbin, why are you not, it's been 2 weeks and you haven't been on. It's been no activity in your portal. So we need you, what's happening? So if you say, hey, Mr. David, I went to South Carolina or I went to visit, okay, fine, you can do that. But if you're inactive for quite a while, Cameron and I will, bring you in and say, hey, do you need a reset? Do we need to put you on a hiatus and bring you back after whatever you're going through? If you say no, I'm just not interested, then we go ahead and just disqualify you and delete you. Now, the bad thing about that is if you pay for it, you don't get no refund. But if we pay for it, we wasted our money.
Understood. Now about the LPN program, someone is asking, how long is the LPN program?
It's a partner up. It's a year program. We do not in the organization that we deal with. The cost of that program, the LPM program, is $26,000, and it's a year program. And we at CADCOM absolutely can sponsor 26,000. So the most I sponsor is 5,000. The client the client would have to be able to get FAFSA or get some sort of, or pay out of pocket or, get some kind of financial aid in order to assist with that cost. Now, again, it's a year course. So at the end of the course, in the 11th month, the 10th month, if you're if you have a shortfall, so say if you short $3,000 and you almost ready to graduate, but you don't have the money, give me a call. I'll pay the $3,000. I'll pay the difference. And that's how. But what we ask you to do is once you get your certification in your LPN and you graduate, just get on our website and just our website or send us a thank you note. We appreciate CADCOM and David Murray filling the void of this cost that I would have, just give us like a little thank you note.
Now,
That's in
do
the
you have
LPN. Yep.
do you have RN also?
We don't. We were
Okay.
trying to
Yeah, I
you
remember
know,
a conversation about that.
right. We was trying to do that even with phlebotomy. I wanted to do phlebotomy. So
Hmm.
them courses and them classes is still pending.
Okay. Is that you, Tyreek? Tyreek, is that you?
Question?
Yeah. Tyreek, can you come off mute? Were you
You
were
want
were
me?
were you interested in CDL? Was that you?
I think that was
No, Dante spoke
No,
earlier, but
yeah,
yeah.
but
no, that
but
was me
Tyreek,
that asked about. I'm sorry, that was me that
Yeah.
asked about the CDL program.
no, I spoke to Tyreek on the phone. Tyreek, you're off mute. You can speak.
Oh, I'm
Did you
sorry.
find a program for CDL, or did you want David to tell you about his CDL program?
I'm definitely interested in the CDL program.
Okay, David, if you don't mind recapping so that
Absolutely.
he
Yeah,
can
yeah,
make an
no, not a
informed
problem. Not
decision.
a problem. First and foremost, guys, I have to say this. You have to have a driver's license, right? I had people come in, I don't have my license yet, it's suspended. Oh, come on now. Like, come to the table and bring your up-to-date, uh, not expired driver's license. I know I have to say that, but people do it. And I look at the date and be like, yo, you got an expired driver's license. So you have to have up-to-date driver's license, right? Um, all we need is your social security card, your driver's license, proof of income, and we do the intake. You sit down with me. It'll take about 20 minutes to a half an hour. I'll email you all the documents that you need. So when you bring it on your scheduled date, you in and out of my office. And if it goes well, what I usually do is I check the availability of the scholarship. If it's available, what's the young man name I'm talking to?
Tyreek.
Tariq.
Tyreek,
Yes,
Tyreek.
sir.
So if when you and I sit down and we go over everything and you're income eligible and I I'll go into my system and I say, wow, I got 3 scholarships that I can offer. Let me get Tyreek one of these. What I'll do, Tyreek, is walk you 2 doors away from my office to Smith and Solomon, and I'll sit them down. I'll sit you down with Smith and Solomon and say, hey, Smith and Solomon, I have Tyreek here. CADCOM, Montgomery County Community Action Development Commission, is going to sponsor his $4,500 scholarship. So all of that could be done in one day.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Um,
I'll email you all the documents again that you need to bring to me, to the scheduled meeting. That's it.
my question is, what if I don't have a income at this moment?
But if you don't have what?
Income. I'm
Your
unemployed
income,
right now.
yeah, so we're asking for income. If you don't have income, then I have a form that's called Declaration of No Income. So and I don't want to go over the personal things, but we asked if you are currently receiving SNAP. If we don't call at Montgomery County SNAP as income. We just want to see how you are surviving. So we asked to see if you have SNAP. Now, if you don't have an income, absolutely, I'm gonna put you through. You're not being penalized because you have an income or you don't have an income. So if you're currently looking for a job, and I say, well, Tariq, you've been looking for a job. I'm gonna make a folder for you, Mr. Tariq, and you don't have a job. How long have you been unemployed? I've been unemployed for
Um,
3 months. No, that's a rhetorical question.
okay.
How long have you been unemployed? Are you receiving SNAP? Are you doing this? That's all a part of my intake. So all of that information that I gather goes into your file, and I'll put that into a system what we call ORS, and we determine if you're income eligible. If you're on SNAP and you're not working, guess what? You're income eligible, right? Because you fall within the guidelines, the federal poverty guidelines, and I have a chart, and I go over all the federal poverty guidelines in terms of where you need to be as a family. You're a single man, no income, you know, I'm gonna need a lease or a note saying that Tyreek lives at this residence, blah blah blah. And that note has to be, if you have a lease, it has to match your driver's license. Did that answer the question?
Yes, it does. So like right now, I'm just getting home, and I'm currently residing at halfway house. So I don't have a proof of income, and my identification does not match the halfway house address. Would that be an issue?
Let's talk offline. I would love to talk to you. I
Okay.
absolutely can help you.
Okay.
Absolutely. We have what we call a Father's House initiative program, where and I'm sorry, women, we don't have one for women yet, but it's a father house. So it's young men or men who wants to reunite with their families, right? But don't have nowhere to, we don't call it a halfway house. So we bring you into this program, we give you rent free, but you have to be in a program. In a program meaning you have to be trying to find a program, and I have a program called that. We call it Job Readiness Program. So I work on your mock interviews. I work on your resume. I work on we call it dress to success for success. So and then we do job search. So you'll be in CADCOM with me, working on a computer, just like CareerLink, just like any other agency. But I'm hands on. And if I ask you to be there at 8:30 and you come at 9 o'clock, that's a strike. The most important thing in this world and in this environment is on time, right? Keeping your schedules, keeping your appointments. You don't want to go to work late every day. You wind up getting fired or laid off. So being on time and showing up and doing what you need to do in this program or any other program that I that I instruct, I ask you, my motto, guys, is I can't want it more than you. That's my motto. Like I'm not going to be banging down your door for you to get into one of my programs. our programs are successful because I do a comprehensive intake and make sure that person, Tyreek or any other person, is okay with it. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, no. I'm just listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Cameron is the good cop, I'm the bad cop. Cameron, you want to add anything to the virtual training? Can you speak on Cameron? Can you speak on the college information through the
Yeah,
virtual training? I think our audience may be interested in hearing that.
yeah, it's accredited, which basically means everything that you get from the trade academy, or we call them trades, whatever trade that you're in, it's accredited. So it goes towards college, it'll go towards senior high school students and high school students who are seniors, and it'll go to their future college if they ever want to go to college. And I think that being in a trade before you go to college is a good is an intelligent way to go about it. If you really want to go to college, I believe having a trade first to be able to afford it better would be smart in my it's a realistic approach in my opinion. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. It's accredited.
Well, I would just like to share, this may be a little bit of off topic, but I have an unbelievable mentor program. I mentor to organization called Mako Works, if anyone is familiar with them. I had over 15 students come through CADCOM and I mentor them. They went on to get jobs. And if Cameron don't mind, I would like to add that Cameron was one of them students who is now who's fully employed at CADCOM as my assistant instructor. So he's super young. I don't want to yell out his age, but he's super young. And that type of thing, when you come through CADCOM, we're not only just, we're trying to service you. My job is to help you get better and get gainfully employed. And again, I have a mentor program. So you're 18 years old, Cameron's a little older than that, but you're 18 years old, you come through, I'm gonna teach you every single thing. I'm gonna teach you customer service skills. I'm gonna teach you how to answer a phone correctly. I'm gonna not teach you, but coach you up. I like to use the word coach you up. I'm gonna coach you up on life skills, you know. And a lot of people look at me and they say, wow, like you really care about people. Absolutely. I care about my community. And I think younger people, we need to address that now through the trades, through job training, through, how to speak to one another. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon. How are you? How's your day? You know, it don't always have to be, yeah, I mean, you know what I'm talking about. Like let's be professional. And when you come through our doors at CADCOM, we ask and we give you a professional setting. So we want that in return from our clients as well and our customers as well. And that's how we trying to celebrate our 60th anniversary. Like gangbusters, with all these programs that we're offering. So thank you guys. I really appreciate the opportunity to explain what we do at CADCOM and how passionate we are, Cameron and I, about the programs that we offer.
Service.
Well, David and Cameron, I want to thank you for being generous with your time and sharing all of your resources. I want to welcome you to stay for the remainder of our uh, of our workshop,
Okay.
mostly so you can get an understanding of what it is we do, and then hopefully you'll see the value in it, and you'll start sending some of your clients that you think can use it. So the where I want to start with, before we go to Shanisha, right? Um, I want to go around the room. I want everyone to introduce yourself and to state where you're from, where you reside.
You want
Tyreek,
me to, you
we'll
want me to
start with
start?
you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Okay, my name is Tariq. I reside in North Philadelphia.
Okay. Amia?
Yes, my name is Amia, and I'm in the Philadelphia area also.
Maureen?
My name is Maureen. I also reside in Philadelphia.
Thank you. Deborah? Deborah, can you hear me? Okay, we'll go to Mary.
Good morning. My name is Mary. I'm in Richmond, Virginia.
And Dante?
How you doing? My name is Dante from Philly.
And I'm going to try Deborah again. Deborah Kim, if you can hear me, can you come off mute? All right. And Shanisha, you can introduce yourself and um, you can do your segment.
Awesome. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. As always, I'd like to welcome you here. Thank you for taking your Saturdays to spend them with us. If this is your first time here, we're really glad you showed up today because that already shows that you're serious about your life, serious about your finances, and serious about getting your things in order. My name is Shanisha. I am the owner of Wealthwise Ally. I help individuals, business owners get structure with their money. That includes credit, taxes, funding, and just your overall financial strategy. Things are getting tough for people right now. So, knowing where your money is and where your money is going to be important, and knowing how to budget with what you have, because having more money is not always a solution. You need to know what to do with what you have so that when you do get more, you know what to do with that too. But in more than anything, I'm a financial educator at heart. I don't fix things for people. I teach you how your money works so that you can move differently going forward. Because the goal isn't just to survive in your situation, the goal is to understand it, take control of it, and build something better from it. If you're here today dealing with debt, feeling overwhelmed, or just trying to understand where to start, you are definitely in the right place. We had some great information today from Mr. Murray. I'm motivated. I'm not even in Pennsylvania, so I will definitely be looking into those programs here in my area just to see if there's something similar that I can offer to people here that are trying to get things in order. So today we're just going to talk about something real, which is debt pay down strategies that actually work. No guesses, no stress, not I'll figure it out later. We're turning chaos into a plan because here's the truth I want you to sit with. Debt doesn't disappear with stress. It disappears with strategy. So what we're going to do first is we're going to understand the problem. And let's be honest for a second. Most people don't have a debt plan a debt problem. They have a strategy problem. And what I mean by that is you're making the payments, but your balances aren't really dropping. Your interest keeps stacking up. You feel like you're working hard, but you're not getting ahead. And that's frustrating. And more importantly, it's exhausting and it makes you want to just stop, but you can't do that. Once we organize the approach, everything starts to make a little bit more sense. Okay. So we're going to talk about the snowball effect versus the avalanche method. Now, these are two different ways to attack debt, and choosing the right one matters. The snowball effect is you're going to pay off your smallest debts first. You're going to roll those into that payment into the next one and then into the next one. So you're paying the smallest amount and you're just letting it keep building up and you're hoping that's going to work. Well, you start seeing quick wins, but let's be real, motivation matters. When people see progress, they stay consistent. So this is going to be best if you feel overwhelmed or if you need to see a small win, just to stay focused. Make those little payments because those little payments matter. The next portion is going to be the avalanche method, which is the money saver. This is when you focus on your highest interest credit cards first. When you start making those minimum payments on everything, you start saving more money over the long term because a lower interest means faster payoff overall. This is for people who are going to be disciplined with their money. This is for people who want to focus on saving the most money. The difference between the two, snowball effect, is going to give you those emotional wins. It's going to let you see those small things ticking by, and you're going to say, I'm doing something. The avalanche method is going to be that big financial win. It's going to be the most efficient, but neither one is wrong. The best one for you is the best one for you, as long as you stick to it. Debt is not going to go away. So closing our eyes and pretending it does not matter is not the way to get there, because money is important and we have to figure out how to wield it. We have to figure out how to keep control of it so that we can grow in the future. Now, before we talk about even paying off debt, we have to stop it from getting worse. So here's how people miss it. If you're still using your credit while trying to pay it down, you're canceling out your progress. If you are, if you pause and make unnecessary credit usage, if you don't cut back on your spending leaks, if you don't identify what's adding to your balances monthly, you're working against yourself. You cannot outpay bad habits. You have to fix the behavior and then the numbers follow. Know what's necessary. Spend on what's necessary. Follow your budget. Know where your money is going. Know how to direct it. Now let's talk strategy. If you have collections, if you have charged off accounts, you may not have the full balance, but you can negotiate on these situations. We talked about this in previous classes. Go in, talk to that creditor or that collection agency, see if there's something that you can do about that debt. Ask for a settlement amount, ask for the pay to delete methods, request it in writing before you pay anything. Before you pay anything, request it in writing. Because remember, we had the opportunity where the young lady had already went in to starting to pay off a debt, but she didn't have any guarantee that they were going to delete once she had paid off that debt. And that's something that you need, because you want to make sure that your money is going towards something. These collection agencies don't have to delete the debt once you pay it. They can leave it on the credit report, somebody else picks up, and this looks like you did nothing. You don't want that situation. Sometimes you have to settle for 40%, 50%, 60% of the balance. Every situation is different, but the key is don't assume that you owe that full amount without asking. Go in, find out what you can do with that debt before you go in and drop your money on it. Make sure you get everything documented. Make sure you understand how it's going to affect your credit, because we want to make sure that every step has an impact. Make sure that every step that you're doing to improve your financial situation is going to improve your financial situation. And that comes from being strategic with how you pay. Most people make one payment a month and then leave it alone. We talked about this before also. Split those payments up. Make those payments about every 2 weeks. Find out when your closing date is. Find out when your statement date is. Make a smaller payment before that closing date. Make a smaller payment before that statement date, because that's going to reduce not only your balances, but that's going to make it look better on your credit reporting, because it's going to show that your balances are slowly decreasing, which means your available credit is slowly increasing. Interest is calculated daily on most accounts. So when you're paying earlier, your balances are dropping, your interest is dropping, your credit score is improving. Credit utilization matters. Lower your balances compared to your limits, and your score will look better. So let's bring it all together. Debt is not just about money, it's about structure, it's about discipline, it's about strategy. If what you have been doing is not working, it's okay. It's not because you're failing, it's because you need a better plan. So, what we're going to leave you with today is choose a method that works for you, whether that be the snowball method, the avalanche method, or something completely different. Let's get a call. Let's get on a call with Missy. Let's find out what is working for you financially and what is not working, so that we can get something together to get it to work for you. Don't keep adding to the problem. Don't keep running the cards up and looking at them and wondering why it is that nothing is changing for you. Look into some settlement options when it comes to those debt payoffs. Let's start putting some structure to your payments. Let's start putting some structure to your money so that it's moving smarter for you. Debt does not disappear with stress, it disappears with strategy. If you are ready to make a plan together, get on a call, schedule a call with Missy. Let's sit down, let's map it out step by step so that we can get you moving forward in the right way. That is my segment today. Any questions on anything we covered?
Yeah, hello. I got a question for you, right?
Okay.
Does paying like, debts build your credit faster?
It depends on the situation. You want to look at the overall credit report because you could be paying a debt and see no impact on your credit reporting or on your credit score. And the numbers are what matters. Let's be clear. Everybody wants that, that 800, 700. Everybody wants those high numbers. So just going in and paying off the debt doesn't always improve your scores, which is why you want to understand what's happening with that debt. You want to pull the reports first. You want to, number one, go in and see what you can clean up. You can start by something as simple as clearing off the old addresses and old phone numbers. That could get rid of accounts right there. You'll see a couple upticks in your score. Once you've done that, then you want to go in and do some disputes. Let's find out what's accurate information versus what's not accurate information. Once we've narrowed it down to what's accurate, once we've narrowed it down to what you actually need to be paying, that's when you go in and you make those arrangements. Let's make some settlements. Let's make some pay to delete accounts. Let's make sure that we are getting down to what actually has to be paid. So it's all a strategy game, which is why I said it's best for you to definitely make that appointment with Missy. Let's take a look at your numbers. Let's see what you have going on so we can direct you. Once you get, I mean, and credit repair doesn't take very long. It's only about a 90-day to about a 90-day process. Some processes take a little bit longer depending on the types of accounts that you have. If you had bankruptcies and things like that. But just overall, you can see real impact in just 3 months. With solid work, you can see real impact in just 3 months.
Does anyone have any more questions? Shanisha, thank you so much for your presentation, for having this segment each week. I see so much value in it, and it's getting the juices flowing where people are asking questions and understanding where it applies to them. And I want to let everyone know, if you didn't know, Shanisha is out of Arizona.
Yes, we got plenty of sunshine. Y'all need to come and get it because it was
Oh,
105 yesterday.
you stop showing off, please.
Come get it. Dude.
All right, so I'm going to go through my portion real quick, so that we can share it with CADCOM, and also so that for our new guests, our new participants, they can get an understanding about what this workshop encompasses. So just give me one moment to get it set up properly. Hold on. And of course, okay, here we go. All right, someone just came in. Who was that? Okay,
That
we're
was
good.
me. My phone died.
Oh, who's that?
Amia.
Oh, Mia, welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's see, let's go back here. All right, so if you're new to the group, the name of my nonprofit is No Gray Area. And when I started this workshop, it was primarily for USDA, which is the United States Department of Agriculture. My organization has had a relationship with them for years, specifically their home ownership program and their home repair. So if you own a home, all of these things apply for the home repair. This class is every Saturday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's the same link every Saturday. If you're new to the group and you want to take a screenshot of this, this is my contact information. That number is my actual cell phone, so you can text me. And then if we need to get on the phone, we'll get on the phone. So what's next? I keep forgetting to delete that screen. So first, we're going to talk about USDA. And then as I'm going through it, I'm going to explain to you how we work on your credit at the same time. So who qualifies for the United States Department of Agriculture Home Ownership Program? Low to moderate income. So if you're earning less than $80,000, you qualify. If you receive SSI, disability, you qualify. If you have Section 8, the value of your voucher will be applied to your mortgage. This is a federal program, so it's available in any state, including Puerto Rico. So what does that mean? If you have family in Texas, they can jump on this workshop and we'll get them moving along this program, the same as anyone that lives in Pennsylvania. If you go through the program and you say, you know what, I don't want to live in Pennsylvania anymore, I want to live in Maryland or Texas, you can do that. Excuse me, I'm gonna be taking sips of water along the way. So what are the loan terms? If you're earning, if you're earning less than $80,000, your interest rate will be 1%. If you're earning more than 80,000, your interest rate will be somewhere between 2 and 4%. The term for everybody is 30 to 38 years. There's zero down payment. The closing costs are included. And let's say you choose a home that needs repair, that money can be included in the loan. Now, the $1,000 I have up there, that's the only time you're going to need money, right? So you need that when you sign the sales agreement. You're in a good place. You can ready to get the house, you got the sales agreement. The $1,000 that you save between now and then is for like what do you call it? Anything that's related to homeowners insurance, inspections, and all those little things. It's not even really going to come to 1,000, but save 1,000 just so that you know, just in case kind of thing. Once you are approved, you can purchase an existing property. You can use the money for land or new construction, or some people have an interest in modular homes. And I'm going to give you a opportunity for Q&A at the end. Credit building. We have a relationship with American Heritage. So the first thing you would do is open a checking and a savings account. Sorry. You would open a checking and savings account. And I'll explain to you why as we go along. You want to make sure you have your Credit Karma up to start. But we're not going to completely rely on that. So you open your Credit Karma so we can get an idea where your Equifax and your TransUnion is. Once you open your account with American Heritage, you'll be able to see your Experian credit score on their dashboard. So if you're looking to go through this process with us, it's very important that you get your American Heritage account open now, and I'll send you the link for that. Um, the reason that's important is one of the credit building tools we use is the holiday loan and the vacation loan. So once you open your checking account, right, and you get in your whatever your source of income starts being deposited into your checking account, excuse me, then you'll apply for the holiday loan, which opens up May 1st, and it's probably open. I got the hiccups. It's probably open for another for 30 days once it opens May 1st. So once you apply for that loan, they're going to either give you offer you 300 to 1,200. It doesn't matter if you don't get the 1,200, right? The 300 is sufficient for what we need to do. So once you get approved, they'll deposit the $300 into your checking account. Once that goes into your account, you're not going to touch it for anything. I don't care if you need a bottle of water. You're not going to touch it for anything. So what they're going to do over 6 months is they're going to take $50 from that 300, and they're going to report to all three credit bureaus. Missy paid on time, she paid in full, and she's creating aging. Aging and history are very what's important as anything else. And then you're going to rinse and repeat. So by the time you finish the holiday loan, the vacation loan will open up around October or November, and you're just going to do the same thing. This is money that's not coming out of your pocket. It's being deposited into your account, and it's being used to as a tool to increase your credit score. So this is one of the many things that we do that works behind the scenes while you and I are working on everything else. So let me go to the next one. All right, so the other tools we use are Kickoff and Self. I keep meaning to change that to start from starter to self. We use Kickoff and Self. And each of those you will be contributing to. So One of those programs is 12 months, one is 24 months. One is $20, one is $25. You pay that every month, and it does the same thing that American Heritage is doing. It's reporting that you're paying on time and in full and overtime. So with American Heritage, that's like a secure card, but it's going to your checking account. This is like a trade line. So they're going to give you like a trade line, like a 700, 2,500, but you're just going to pay the $20 a month, right? Which is not going to accumulate to that 2,500. It's just showing that you're making on-time payments. And this too helps you increase your credit score. So once you're finished the 12-month program or the 24-month program, whichever one it is, they give you all of that money back. And that's when you and I sit down, have a one-on-one, and determine how that money should be applied. Should you use it to rinse and repeat and continue this? Because these things that we're putting in place, you should keep until infinity, right? Or some people, by the time you finish with my program, you're going to have 5 or 6 things reporting. So at that time when they get the money back, do you have 5 or 6 things reporting, or do you need one more thing reporting? If you do, let's use that money to part of that money to open a secure card with American Heritage, so you can have all your cards, all your the amount of things reporting that you need. Some people already have a car, so that's one thing that's reporting, right? A car that they're financing, and then so the next step is to clean up your personal data, right? So um, I will call each one of the credit bureaus and I'll say, my name is Missy Corbin. This is how it's spelled. Any other variation or any other name or also known as, please remove. This is my home address. Any other address, please remove, right? Your phone number. This is my phone number. Any other phone number, please remove. So it's your name. Oh, your employer. That's what I'm missing. So I work for McDonald's. So can you please remove any other employer? So that's the personal data. So I work with you one-on-one, and we pull your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion report. And then we also set up with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion your free monitoring and your free credit report and access, whatever you can have access to for free. So we set that up. And that way, instead of now you're not using, what is it called? Credit Karma anymore. Now you're going to Experian for your score, and you're going to all the 3 bureaus on their website for your actual score. And so we go through your credit report. We look at charge-offs. We look at, you know, your the things that you're still financing and paying on. We go through everything, and we go through, the things that are negative, and we determine, like Shanisha said, we determine what we can do ourselves first, right? And create an action plan, something strategic, right? And then we, you pay off what you can. You may have 3,000, 7,000, 10,000, but you pay off what you can. And we get the letters of satisfaction. I work with you one-on-one. We do all of that. So now, and then if you're going USDA, we work with the loan officer. So let's say you have $15,000 worth of debt. We have her look at the report, and she's going to say, in order to get through this program, USDA, I need you to focus on this. I want you to take care of this over here too, but in order to get you approved, I need you to take care of this. So it doesn't seem so overwhelming to you, and some people feel like it's out of reach. It's not. You just need a plan. Um, Let me see what's the next thing. So the FDIC match program, which is through CADCOM, where Mr. Murray is from. So the FDIC match program, you save $1,000 over 3 to 6 months. Over 3 to 6 months, you complete a financial literacy course, which has about 13, 14 modules. Once you complete those 2 things, so that savings is going to go into your American Heritage savings account. And it's a great thing because now you have a new account. No funds are being commingled. It's going to show you at the end of 6 months, you can print out your statements, or 3 months, however long it takes you to save it. And you can print out your statements, and we can submit that to the director. Once you complete the financial literacy course, you're going to get each module, you're going to get a certificate, but we want the one at the end of the course. So we're going to submit the certificate, master certificate at the end of the course. We're going to submit the statements, and then um, once it's been reviewed and determined it's adequate, then they're going to match. Then the FDIC match program, the asset development program, is going to match $4 for every dollar that you save. That's a total of 5,000. You can use that for education, a down payment on a house, a down payment on a car, or a business. So as far as a house with USDA, you don't need a down payment. But some people, USDA is based on eligible areas. So if you know anything about Montgomery County, Plymouth Meeting, Norristown, Conshohocken are not eligible areas. But for example, Skippack is an eligible area. So if you're there's other eligible areas, but if you're not interested in any of the eligible areas, we have your credit score at the place where it needs to be. So you can go FHA if you choose to, and you can do that through American Heritage. So that's the portion about the down payment on a house. Down payment on a car, you can use it for a car that's a total of 5,000, or you can use it for a down payment on a car. As far as a business, we also help you establish your LLC. We help you establish your Duns and Brad. We help you work towards establishing your business credit. Let me see what else is left. My throat is extremely dry, you guys, so forgive me. The application for USDA is approximately 32 pages. 10 of it is the actual app. The rest of it is signatures, and I would help you go through that. Once you receive the application, the most important thing is to print it immediately. Go through every page so you can set expectations for yourself, what they're asking, what documents you need to gather, and make a commitment to yourself. Am I going to work on this just on the weekends, 2 or 3 times during the week? Am I going to work on it 15 minutes at a time, an hour at a time? Make a commitment to yourself and keep it. And with us, you'll have weekly accountability check-ins for everything that I discussed, right? So what's the purpose of the Saturday class? To reinforce program information, track weekly progress, provide support and solutions, and guidance from the loan officer when needed. And the only thing that will prevent you from getting approved for any of these programs is your effort. How much effort are you putting into this each week? How much effort are you putting into it each month? Okay, so before I go on, does anybody have any questions about what I just discussed? All right, so if there aren't any questions, what I want to explain to you all that either just started participating or are first time to our workshop. So there's actually three people now as of this week that are at the top of our class. So let me talk about the first two. The first two, we did everything. We went through the credit reports. They worked on what they could on their own, and now our relationship with American Heritage is the members from my group meet with the the VP or the person under him that is over all the branches. So what we did was we submitted their credit report to them, and each of them are in meetings this week. This I think they had them this week or their next week. I think they had them already. So at being at the top of the class and doing all of the things that I explained to you, so now one of them is just doing a debt consolidation. So what'll happen when she does debt consolidation? So maybe you might have 3,000. You did everything you could. You got 3,000, 7,000, 10,000 on there. So now we're going to consolidate that debt. And the benefit of consolidating the debt is, first of all, once they, let's use the number 7,000. Let's say you have 7,000 on it left after you did everything you could possibly do, and we got your score as high as we possibly could get it, right? So now you sit down with the VP, and he looks at everything, and he's going to discuss debt consolidation with you. You get approved for debt consolidation. The first thing that's going to happen is every everybody that you owe in that 7,000, right? They're going to send a check to them. Once they've received the check and the bureau see that it's paid, your score is going to increase just because all that debt has been satisfied. You no longer owe those people. Second thing is going to happen is now you owe American Heritage. So let's say that $7,000 debt turned into like a $75 a month uh, payment on that loan, and the interest rate is a very reasonable interest rate. So now you have something else reporting that you're paying on. You're going to pay it on time, pay it in full over time. And now that's reporting to the credit bureau. So now your score is going to go up again because you're doing what you're supposed to with the debt consolidation loan. The other person is not only doing debt consolidation, but when she came to us, her interest rate for her car was 23%. That's ridiculous, right? So we she did all the work that the other person did, and she's in conversation with them, um, refinancing her car. So um, after they look at her set of circumstances, her interest rate could possibly be as low as 6%, but it's definitely 100% going to be lower than 23%, if that makes sense to everyone. And but a lot of people here in the room are still in the beginning stages where we pulled the report, we got the credit monitoring set up, and now we're working on an action plan for the debt. Anybody have any questions? Okay. All right. Um, David and Cameron, did you have any questions about my presentation? Okay. Well, if no one has any questions, um, I think that we can end the presentation. Amia, did you have any questions?
No questions. I just wanted to get a little bit more info about the LPN program.
Okay. Send me a text and I'll create an email where I copy David on it, and then I'll introduce you, and then he'll reach out to you, what with whatever his normal process is.
Okay. All right. I'll email you.
Oh, Maureen, did you get the number that I put in the chat for you to text me?
Yes, I have it. I'm in the process about to send a text now.
All right. The first number I put in was incorrect. The correct one starts with 484.
Okay, yes, I have the 484 one.
Okay, perfect. Um, Tyreek, Deborah, Mary, Dante, any of you guys have any questions before I end the call?
No, ma'am.
No, I don't have any questions at the moment.
Okay,
Me either, but thank you all so, so very much.
you're welcome. All right, David and Cameron, we're going to end the Zoom. If anyone is interested in connecting with David, send me a text. I'll create an introduction email, and he'll follow his normal process in following up with you.
I would just like to say thank you so much for having us. And Tyreek, give me a call, man. I think I can help you out. Thank you, guys.
Uh, I'm definitely gonna give you that call. Okay, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. Thank you for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And if if there's something, if you need a recording, if you need me to connect you with David, send me a text.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Have a great
Thank
Have a good
weekend.
you.
weekend.
Thank
Bye,
you.
all.
Peace.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.